we're gonna make sure you have the best posture possible. So first thing you're gonna do for me is sit up nice and tall. Make sure your shoulders are now rounding forward, but pull your shoulder blades down and together in the back. And I want you to start to lower down nice and slow, hinging. And then start to curl your tailbone under. Pull your navel back in towards your spine and lower down all the way, nice and slow, vertebrae by vertebrae. And that's perfect. All right, leave your hands right here. And I want you to start to peel your head, neck, shoulders, now your spine all the way up off the floor. Very nice, and lower down nice and slow, vertebrae by vertebrae, same way. Now see if you can take your arms away, extend them out to the side. Now do the same thing for me. Peel up and lower down. Now let's see if we can take it to the next level by extending the legs all the way out to the mat. Keep them relaxed. Take your arms up towards the ceiling, and I want you to just float up. Head, neck, shoulders, spine. Very nice. So she's using her abdominal muscles as well as the lower back. Lower down nice and slow, vertebrae by vertebrae. All right, the next exercise I'm going to have you do, Lori, is bend your knees, lay down on your back, and Lori's going to do an exercise called the bridge. So I want you, Lori, to curl your tailbone up off the mat, squeezing the gluteal muscles at the top, and then lower down nice and slow, vertebrae by vertebrae. Go ahead and do that again for me. So you're recruiting your lower back, your gluteal muscles, lower part of the abdominal muscle, and lower down nice and slow, vertebrae by vertebrae. Now let's see if you can make it a little bit harder. I want you to take your right leg, extend it straight up towards the ceiling. Now do that same exercise for me. Curl it up, squeeze at the top, and lower down. Very nice. Go ahead and do that one more time. Right leg up. Curl it up and lower down. Go ahead and put your right foot on the floor. Take your left leg up just to make it even. Curl it up, squeezing at the top, and then lower down. And then we'll do one more one-legged bridge. Curl it up and lower down. That's a great exercise, not only to strengthen your lower back, but your gluteal muscles as well as the lower abdominal muscles. Now I'm going to have you lay over onto your side, and you can face me. Okay. So my elbow is bent directly underneath my shoulder. I've got one knee bent. I've got one leg extended. Now this exercise is really going to focus on the oblique muscles, which wrap around the side of the core, which are important muscles to strengthen as well. And I just want you to float this hip up, off the mat, and then bring it down. And that top leg can rest on the mat. Bring it up and lower it down. Perfect. Now let's see if we can make it a little bit harder by extending that bottom leg. Now I don't want you to sink into the shoulder. I want you to lift from under here. Lift up and lower down. Can you feel those internal and external obliques working? Take it up and lower down. Now let's come to the top, bend the knees, and let's just do a little stretch right here to stretch out those muscles that you just used. Go ahead and flip over to the other side, and let's work that other set of internal and external obliques. Elbow is bent, knee is bent, float it up, and lower down. You have to remember that it's always important to start with an exercise easy and then try to take it to the next level and make it a little bit harder. Now extend that bottom leg and float the hips up. Nice, and lower down. One more time, float them up and lower down. Now we're going to come onto our belly, and this exercise is a great exercise to really strengthen the spine and all those muscles that work so hard back there to maintain good posture for us. So just lay down and let your forehead rest on your hands. Now I want you to float as much of your leg up off the mat as you possibly can. Squeeze it up. Perfect, and lower down. And do that again for me. Bring it up and lower down. Nice. Now what you're going to do for me is let your legs rest, but we're going to bring the upper part of the body up. Lift and lower. Head, neck, and shoulders come up, and then they go down. Do that a couple times for me. Very nice. Spinal extension. Now let's see if you can't put both of those moves together. Upper body as well as lower body. Nice. And lower down. One more time. Bring it up and lower down. That's perfect. All right, before we do our next exercise, I want you to just bring your hands right here on the mat beside your ribs, and you're going to push your upper body up off the floor as much as you possibly can. So this is spinal extension. We don't do a whole lot of this during the day. Now sit back on your feet and just extend through your spine right here, a nice little stretch. Now we're going to come back to bent elbows, and this exercise is probably one of the most effective in recruiting all of the core muscles, abs, obliques, lower back, glutes. So we start nice and easy. Elbows are right here at the ribs. Now just bring your feet up off the mat. Now I want you to start to bring your thighs and your belly up. And so you're lifting from underneath. Abdominals are engaged. Try not to sink into the shoulders. Now, if you can, put your toes on the floor, and now bring the entire leg up off the mat. So this would be considered a full body plank position, and you can feel how all of those muscles, abdominal muscles, lower back, internal and external obliques, glutes, everything is helping keep you lifted. Yes?
I can feel it.
All right, lower down. Lower down and relax. And we're going to sit back again into an extended child pose stretch. This lengthens the spine. And now we're going to come up to all fours for a little exercise that really helps stabilize through our spine. And so we're going to take the right hand and extend it right beside the right ear. So my right arm is extended. Now I want you to float the left leg up off of the mat. So what you're doing for me is you're creating a nice straight line, head, neck, spine, and leg. And you're trying not to wobble, so you're going to maintain stability there. Nice. So this is spinal stabilization, very important in order to maintain good posture. Now go ahead and put that arm and leg down, and let's try it on the other side. So left arm goes out. Right leg comes up, and we stabilize, trying to keep the shoulders, the chest, and the hips square to the mat. Go ahead and come back to all fours. That was great. Now round your back up. Great little back stretch, and then come back to a flat back. Do that one more time. Exhale and round. Come back to flat. Now in order to stand up, I want you to curl your toes under and push your buttocks up towards the ceiling. Press your heels into the mat, and I want you to walk your hands back towards your legs to come to a standing position. If that's too hard, you can always take your leg out to the front, put your hand on your thigh, and push off and up that way. You did an awesome job.
Yay, good job.